So welcome everybody to another Mailbox Power Mastermind, where we come together to help a potential customer or a current customer really utilize the platform of Mailbox Power to meet their marketing and business objectives. My name is Casey Eberhart. I am your host for these calls, and it is an honor to be able to bring together some of the smartest business minds on the planet to help utilize this platform we call Mailbox Power to help you grow your business and ultimately to make your phone ring. So each and every Monday, we come up with a persona that we have created to help move the needle forward on your business. And today is going to be an interesting one because this is going to be a thinker. This is going to be a thinker. Okay. So here is our persona for the day that we're going to help out. I've also left out some major details of this persona, simply because I think the broader we can make this, the more helpful we're going to be. Okay, so our persona today is an eBay seller. This person, she has an eBay business. That is her business, is selling on eBay. And she has, so let me tell you a little bit about her, what we've got going on. Currently, her sales on eBay for her products, and I'll explain her products here in a second. Currently, she sells between 1 and 4 items per day on eBay. Okay. She has a short-term objective of jumping that to 10 items per day. Okay. So right now she sells 1 to 4 items a day, and the goal is to get her to 10 items a day very, very quickly. Okay. She is not given phone numbers and email addresses of her current customers or people that purchase, although she is given their address because she has to ultimately ship out the products to the customer base. Okay. She has almost 100% feedback. In fact, I'd probably just say she has 100% feedback on eBay. And eBay, if you're not aware, the feedback ratio is sort of the review from customers on how that seller is. Okay. She has an eBay store, and this has a mix of products in this store. On one hand, she has a lot of products that are one-offs, meaning somebody's only going to buy it once. They're probably not going to return, but all the products are in the same kind of niche, if you will. Okay. So they may only buy one product and they're never going to buy that same product again, but they might buy something in her store again. The other set of products she has is what we'll call consumables, and consumables just means that there's an opportunity for that same customer who ultimately purchases to buy more over time, right? But she's a little bit afraid that what's happening is those products are being bought once, and then when the person wants to buy the product again, they're going to eBay and finding a potentially other seller, and maybe not being able to find her, so on and so forth. Okay. She and I had a conversation about this. I'm going to give you her responses, not necessarily my response, what I would put the order in. But here are her 2 primary objectives using Mailbox Power, or potentially using Mailbox Power. Number 1 is she would like to build an email list. She's currently building an email list, but she recognizes that once those folks are on her email list, they become much, much more valuable for her over time. And number 2, she would like to drive more people back to her eBay store. Okay, back to her eBay store. Now, on her eBay store, just to give you a tiny bit of technical things here, there is a URL that she has for her store that she has forwarded to an actual domain name. So, SallySue'sStore.com or whatever. So it's not some really giant long thing. There is a short domain name going for eBay store. Okay. So I'm going to repeat our characteristics of her one last time while you guys are putting your thinking brains on and thinking how she can hit her objectives. So she runs an eBay store. She's got one-off products, and she also has consumables mixed in there. She has lots and lots of positive feedback. She currently sells 1 to 4 items a day. She's looking to grow that to a short-term goal of 10 items per day. We think Mailbox Power can help her do that. And obviously, if she hits 10 items per day, there's an opportunity for her to really scale using the same formulas and the same things we're going to help her with. And her number 1 objective, now this is critical, gang. Number one objective is for her to build her email list. Okay. Objective number two is to drive people back to her eBay store. Okay. Now, I am specifically not giving you who the ideal client is on this. Thank you, Andrea. Because I want this to be broad enough that this would work for almost any eBay seller in any niche. Okay. So with that, let's open this up. Let's help her out. Let's help her get to 10 sales per day using the Mailbox Power platform. So Debbie Mauro, let's start with you.
Okay, I almost thought you were talking about me for a quick minute, but I'm selling a few more than 10 items a day on eBay. So so I have good experience with this. And so you can download a list from eBay very easily of all of the addresses of the people that you've sold to over the last 30 days. I think you can even go up to 90 days. And then get it into Excel and upload it into Mailbox Power. So the first thing I would do is download the list, go back as far as you possibly can and download the list of everyone that you've sold anything to, and get them on a postcard automation that the first postcard I would send out would say, hey, I'd love to keep in touch with you and let you know about specials we have going on in our store, and have a QR code that takes them to a link where they can fill out all the rest of their contact information, email address, phone number, all that kind of stuff that she didn't get provided with when they purchased an item from her. And then another touch might be highlighting a product and giving a promotion code, because if you have a store, you can set up a code that for promotion, and you can give that code to the people on your mailing list, what have you, the people that you've set up. And so I would just hit them at least once a month with a postcard for a product. You know, for me, I have a lot of backdrops still. And my next, I mean, for things like Christmas and Easter, and so I can send out a code to push those products and sell them. The other thing that she could do is,
Debbie, I'm sorry to interrupt. Let me just ask this. When you send that QR code out to send them to the store, would you take that QR code and send them directly to the store, or would you send them to a landing page where you say, hey, give me your name and email, I want to get you this, and let me tell you where to send your code, and get their email address, and then have the thank you page maybe be the store?
There's certainly arguments for both theories, right? I think that if we've already captured their email address and stuff from the first postcard series, that we don't have to do that, but we could put the same QR code on every postcard that goes out that says, hey, if I don't have your email address, please make sure that you're connecting with me so you don't miss out on any of the short-term promotions that we have going on, or what have you. That come directly to me, and I can put them in the packages. So because I do work with more than one network marketing company, I can sell products from other companies that I happen to get. And if it relates to a product for the network marketing company that I work with, I put a postcard in that package specifically that says, hey, go check out this, get your free sample of this other product that I sell that relates to that product. So not only am I building my eBay business, but I'm also building another related network marketing company. So those are,
You're
that's where I'm
cross
going to.
promoting. You froze a little bit in there. So if I catch what you were saying, is that you would have some postcards sent to you or greeting cards sent to you promoting your various other endeavors, and based on what the person purchases, you might slide a card in with that purchase as it goes out to the customer, promoting your other portfolio of projects.
Correct. Yes. And so I'll let anybody else have a chance to talk while I think of some more stuff for you.
And Debbie, inside of those cards, remember that her number one goal is to build her email list. Would you then drive those people back to an email list creation and then talk to them about your various other things? Or would you just send a QR code for them to go to, if it's a network marketing company, their replicated site for them to buy or whatever?
Yeah, but if they go to my replicated site to purchase, I'm going to get their email address anyways. And so it's just a matter of downloading that information, right? So I do get the whole build the email address. And yeah, I mean, it's just, think of it, where can you pull those email addresses from? And you can pull them from a lot of places that you're redirecting them to.
Yeah, and interestingly enough, while you're thinking, just because I've had conversations with her, one of the challenges is that in order to prove the Mailbox Power platform works, her KPI, or the key performance indicator, the thing that she is going to use to judge whether or not this is increasing sales, is the growth of her email list. So it's going to be very difficult for her to send out a bunch of postcards and just hope that people go and buy stuff directly from her store. Her number one focus with this particular marketing project, everybody, is that we generate her email list, because number one, that's how she's judging. And number two, she also recognizes that above and beyond everything, her email list is the most important marketing tool. So awesome, Debbie. I appreciate that. Okay, let's go up to Kimberly.
Good morning. I would develop a customer loyalty program through the postcards, and I would also send my top 25 customers who've ordered has done repeat business. I would send them a card and brownies and tell them that they get an extra 20% off anything they order to join the mailing list, so that they stay on top of any kind of specials that the store is having.
Awesome. So you would take her top 25 customers, send them a gift, and also say, hey, I've got some goodies and some discounts for you over at the store. Okay, awesome. I love that one. I love that. Marie Benoit.
Good morning. I love everything that's been said so far. Because her emphasis is so much on building that email list, sounds to me like she's trying to build community. And I'm just going to add on those postcards that Debbie talked about, perhaps a video of you saying hi, so they can see you, they can hear your voice, they can begin to feel more a part of whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. Build a relationship.
And Marie, how would you do that? Would you have the QR code go to, for example, a YouTube video, where in the YouTube video you give the link for them to join her birthday club or her email list, something in the description of the YouTube channel?
So, yeah, YouTube is what I had in mind. It's just very short, just so they can see you, hear you, get a sense of who you are. You want them to feel a part of the community. So yes.
Awesome. I love that. And her product line and her store, inside of this niche, I will say that there could be a great opportunity in order to build a community around kind of her stuff. So that's a great one, Marie. I am sure she is going to love that one. Okay, let's go. Michael and Brenda Sanchez.
Hey, Case. So mine was along the lines of Kimberly's, except that I would call it a VIP club, and specifically say that when you join the VIP club, you get gifts throughout the year, including discounts, and your first gift will arrive right after you fill it out. So in other words, they want to know what it is. Don't tell them what the gift is, make them kind of excited to figure out what it is. And then depending, it could be with Mailbox Power, you could even send seeds, or you could send the key, or I mean, we have lots of things that don't have to break the bank. I don't know what the average ticket price is. So depending on the average ticket price, it could be a brownie, or it could be a cookie, or it could be something lower end that we have from our gift store to send out. Or like Debbie said, they may have a big supply of something on hand that they're trying to offload and add it for, send it free when they sign up for the VIP club.
Absolutely. And I love that, Brenda. And just knowing her and her market a little bit like Debbie, when she has a big batch of inventory, one of the concerns she had when I was walking her through this was, well, if I have a big batch of inventory and I'm trying to get rid of it, sending out a postcard to try to spur sales is one thing. But if I have everybody on my email list, it could be as simple as an email going out to the list. That's her thought process. So I love that, building that VIP club out.
Yeah.
Awesome. Anything else? Okay. Awesome. Eileen Meckley.
Yeah, I like to encourage any type of business to have a referral rewards program. So to me, she could send something out starting the referral rewards program. I would say referral rewards leads to customer loyalty awards. So that's what I would do.
Okay, awesome. And Eileen, walk me through that. How would that look in terms of practicality for her, knowing that she just gets their addresses up front?
Well, I think she could send a postcard that says, thank you for your business. And I'd love to invite you to join my referral rewards. I can't talk, referral rewards club.
Awesome. And would you do like a QR code to a landing page? Would you do a I need your address book? Although we already have her address, would you take them to let's dig into this. We'd send them a postcard. And then what would we put as a call to action for her on the?
Well, I think it would depend on who the customer is. One thing I like to do is send 5 postcards and a cookie and ask them to share those postcards with people they see in their life, so that also is something they have that they can have tangible as well.
Okay. And what would the postcard call to action be? I know I'm pushing you on this. I told you guys we were going to do a thinker one today. I'm really getting into this. So you send her 5 postcards and a cookie, pass these out to your friends. What does the postcard say to the friend?
That something like Casey would have, I want to introduce you to my eBay person who is reliable, has wonderful products, and please be sure and tell her that my name is on this card, because it would have the name of the person it's addressed to. So it'd be easy for them when I say, Casey, who referred you? Oh, let me get my postcard. It would have their name.
Okay. And I know I'm pressing in again here, but so it says, hey, tell them I sent you. Where would they do that?
Well, they can call, they can email. I would put all that information what you like to use, texting, whatever form of communication the person that's the eBay person would want to use.
So the eBay person would actually create the complete call to action, and however it's best to solicit essentially an email address or to start off that relationship, where it was, even if it was going back to Marie with the QR code that's a welcome, hey, thanks, your friend suggested we connect. And hey, I have lots of discounts and goodies. Drop your email list in, that kind of thing. Yeah.
Someone I suggested this to is doing the postcards, and they're also doing an introduction on Facebook where, I would say, Casey, I want to introduce you to Helen. And then stay tuned. I'm going to be sending you something in the mail that you can get rewards for right away.
Okay, awesome. I love that. And what I love is that we're starting to really get into the meat of this. It's a cool thing to say, hey, we're just going to send postcards, but it's like, how do we actually help that person achieve their objective, which is, in this case, number 1, we have to double her sales. And number 2, we need to start building out that email list for her. So I love
Casey,
that.
one thing too, I think I'm finding is that we really have to remind people when they're sending postcards or greeting cards or any automation that it does take some time. It's not always that first time that we reach out to someone. So I think we have to remind people of that too.
Yeah, Eileen, that's a great point. It's really sort of setting the expectation. If you're going to send out 1,000 postcards, don't expect 1,300 email addresses in 10 seconds or less.
Yes.
Right. And be able to walk those people through. And Eileen, I know you work with a ton of customers. how does that conversation go? How do you, when you're talking to your customers about sort of that expectation, walk me through a little bit of how that conversation goes, because I know you're one of the best in the business at this. And I'd love to hear how you kind of walk that conversation through.
Thank you. Thank you for saying that, but I'm probably one of the most consistent, I would say, at this. That's what I would say. First of all, I would say, Casey, I would love to help you increase your orders. And there's several ways we could do that. One of them I like to suggest is a referral rewards club. Do you have one of those in place? No, you don't. Okay, would you like to learn how you could do that with an easy automation that happens? Cards go out, everything happens automatically. Yes, I would. And then I would start to tell them that we can use the mailing list you have. You can use a lead generation list, find out what they'd like to do, what their budget is. And then I will say to them, I want to remind you that it does take a couple attempts. It's the same reason we have commercials on TV, the same commercial 3 or 4 times throughout the weekdays, months, for people to sometimes take notice. So what I'm going to suggest is that you decide how much you can afford. Let's really work to develop that relationship so they go, oh, it's Casey again. And they start to share you more and more. And I'd love to help you with some ideas. And then I give them some ideas. And then I will say, and Casey, keep in mind that one of the benefits of Mailbox Power is if you have something for them to fill out, even though they might have not placed an order, what's so much fun is you get a text when someone updates something or gives them your birthday, or gives a birthday. So be sure and start a birthday club because you'll love those texts.
Oh, I like that. So let's talk about that for just a second. And I'm so glad you brought up the birthday club. So I love the VIP club idea that we talked about. I love the discount club that we talked about. But I also love the fact that we already have their address going out. We're building a relationship with these customers over time. And now we put them into a birthday club. But talk to me a little bit about that texting, because I think that's really underutilized in terms of kind of the immediacy of the win, for that little hit of dopamine that some of us need when we get a text like that.
Yeah, I love the text myself. So it's easy for me to talk about. I just want people to realize that this resource, the word I took from you, Casey, that this resource has so many features and benefits because there's so different features and benefits. And to me, when you're building a business and you're wanting to increase orders to 10 orders, and you have an inkling of a feeling that, oh, someone paid attention, you can be excited and you can work on seeing some growth, and you're able to continue wanting to do it more and more. So I always say that I really think you will find that this is one of the nicest things that you will enjoy, even when they just respond to a birthday club. I just think every time you can send out, sorry for my dogs barking.
You're getting excited for all the text messages that are probably come into your phone, literally.
They don't like the shrill sound. They don't like it. But I just really think that it really helps people feel like they want to do something more and more often and consistently. Because, you know, I always say the reason I'm consistent is I set up many MINI celebrations for myself. So that's a little celebration when I get a text.
Awesome. I love that, Eileen. Thank you so much. That's fantastic. And it's a great insight to somebody that uses this tool and platform as well as shares it as consistently as you do. And that's why you are very consistent and you have consistent results, which is absolutely awesome. Thanks, Eileen, for that insight. That's fantastic. Anybody else have anything that's like just rolling around in your head that you got to get out? It doesn't matter if you think it's good or bad, or you think it's crazy, or you think it's too obvious. We'd love any other feedback that you have. Anybody else? You just have to raise your hand, or I guess go like this, and Helen probably somewhere in the back can unmute you. Yeah, Marie.
Well, not a new idea, but I just want to make sure everyone caught what Eileen said. I just thought that was phenomenal, is to send several postcards so they have something tangible in hand to give to people about your business. That's great. I want to make sure everybody caught that. That was a big aha for me. Thank you.
Awesome, Marie. Yeah, I think that's one of our platform's most underutilized concepts. Is creating a pass out. Basically, you're creating a flyer essentially that somebody could use, and they could get rewards for it by passing out those referral cards. I think it's a phenomenal idea. So awesome. Thanks, Marie. And thank you, Marie, for bringing that back to the forefront of the conversation. That's awesome. Mary Warren, although she's Mary Kay today, she's Mary Warren in real life. Mary.
Excuse me, I had just put in the chat, but I realized that anyone watching this later probably won't see that. That however the customer reaches back out to the seller, they should absolutely find a way to redirect that to their email. Like that should be the next step that that customer reaching out to them should take. So for example, if someone calls them, they say, yes, I'd love to fulfill that for you, or I'd love to take the next step with you. Can you please email me so I can do this, in a more efficient way? If they maybe if the person reaches out to them on social media, again, can I please get you to email me so that I can make sure that this is followed up with properly, something along those lines, because the email list is, like you said, the most important part of all of this for your client. And so without having too much runaround to get that, I think that's probably the easiest way that I see it. Yeah, absolutely.
It's funny, Mary, when you were saying that, I was thinking back to one of the companies I used to own. Our policy was anybody that called us or if you drove by us or you flew over us, our question was, hey, we love to send birthday cards. When's your birthday and where should we send the card? Followed up by, hey, in case I ever get the card sent back to me, where can I email to confirm that I got your right mailing address? It was a two-step, and we basically collected 99% of birthdays and as well as emails. So that's phenomenal, Mary. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, Terry Bell. Terry. I don't know why I said Terry Bell. Terry.
Okay. One thing you could do across her social media, she could do either like a little e-giveaway of a PDF with 3 tips for such and such, whatever her business is, whatever her products solve a solution. And then you enter that, and they've got to of course, they click on that, and then to receive that, they've got to put their name and their email address. So that's a huge way. And then periodically change those up. 3 tips. People love the tips. They love a short thing, cute graphic with that. Send that out. So those type things might, if she's got a large social media presence also, or wherever she advertises for her store, to do that.
Terry, you brought up a really great point, and I don't want it to get lost on anybody. So think about this. She could create a landing page with 3 free tips to solve the problem that her customers are going to have by purchasing her products from her store in her niche. And on social, rather than taking people directly to her eBay store, take them to this tip page. Now we have the email list there. And then we say, hey, we love to send postcards out with special gifts, special tips, so on and so forth, and drive people back to the store based on solving the problem that these tips help solve. Terry, that's I hope everybody recognizes that's gold. This has been a phenomenal call. I have to say, she is going to be thrilled. Anybody else have anything they want to jump in and share with? Thank you very much, Terry. I appreciate it. Anybody else they have anything they want to jump in and share to help her get her sales up? Going? Okay, so eBay sellers, you got several minutes of complete gold nuggets to help you use the platform of Mailbox Power to grow your eBay business as well as your email list. So have an amazing day. I can't wait to see how your sales are exploding on eBay, and we'll see you on the inside.